It's Friday Night Lights, CrossFit style, and we're doing it with double DT. Brent Fikowski, who started the day in second place, but has fallen down the leaderboard, now sits in ninth place overall. But everybody chasing that guy, Matt Fraser, who has 492 total points. Alex Anderson, the next closest man to him, and he is 104 points back.
And Matt Fraser, we've talked about this, and I think we're going to continue to talk about this at least for a little while. He does not want to be number 2 again. In every single event, you see that determination on his face. It's like a challenge every single time. I will not be number 2. I will not be number 2. So I expect to see him just keep on pressing, keep on going, no matter how many points he's ahead of the rest of the field. Fraser's
done with his first round, as is Alex Anderson and Josh Bridges as well. Now, Bridges is a man who's trying to work his way back into the top 3. He currently is just 28 points behind Ben Smith for the 3rd spot on the overall leaderboard.
And if we talk about that short range of motion, this is going to be one of Josh's things as well. I know he doesn't like being talked about, one of the shorter athletes and those types of things, but in this particular type of workout, if the range of motion is shorter, the reps will be faster and you will get through there quicker. And you put that on top of a brain that just will not stop and can deal with pain, he's going to be a formidable one.
Alex Anderson is your leader right now in this heat through 52 reps. There are 270 total reps. The leader in the heat will have his name highlighted in the blue box, and the number in that white box will either signify how many reps that the athlete has completed or how many reps behind the athlete is of the leader in the heat. Anderson on to round number 3 along with Matt Fraser and Josh Bridges. So the men right in the middle of the floor are the men leading this heat in lane 2. Scott Panchik has joined them in round 3 of 10 here in double DT.
Let's just watch how fast Scott gets those hang power cleans off his hips.
This is what the athletes have done today. They did Murph, 2 miles of running, and then 600 reps of body weight movements, including pull-ups, push-ups, and air squats. Then they went on to the squat clean pyramid that featured 30 reps of increasingly heavy barbells. Now they're ripping a barbell again in double DT, and they have to do 270 more reps here.
Forearms, all-day Popeye forearms is what these guys are dealing with. It's a grip-intensive day. And this is at the end with the high volume. It's just that much more impressive that these guys are holding onto the bar, moving it as fast as they are.
Matt Fraser has taken the lead from Alex Anderson, but now Anderson is right next to him. Josh Bridges currently sits in 3rd place. Scott Panchik has moved into 4th, and Travis Mayer has now moved ahead of Scott Panchik as the two of them trade 4th place in this heat. The time to beat belongs to Samuel Quant. The 20-year-old went out and put up a time of 11 minutes, 37.20 seconds. So that might not last for very much longer. Matt Fraser, your leader on the left. Next to him, Alex Anderson, who sits in 2nd place. Fraser wearing that white jersey that the overall leader will be wearing throughout the weekend. Alex Anderson, the man who sits in 2nd place overall, but 104 points behind. Matt Fraser, the winner of this event, gets 100 points. Ben Smith, who is in 3rd place overall, is trying to challenge Josh Bridges for 3rd place in this heat. Has been to the CrossFit Games 8 straight times.
And if you have a strictly barbell workout, you can never count Ben Smith out of that by any means. Very powerful, very knowledgeable, loves the barbell, very strong grip, and he knows how to pace himself. He knows how his body feels. He knows just how far and how hard to push himself.
Matt Fraser continues to lead. Now, Ben Smith is not going to catch Matt Fraser in this event, but he can pick off Alex Anderson to move into 2nd place because Anderson leads him by just 8 points. And Matt Fraser has put on a relentless charge since the 7K trail run kicked off the 2016 Reebok CrossFit Games up in Aromas. And Matt Fraser, we said this earlier, this guy is on a mission in 2016.
Look at that face. Look at that face. He's just not being shaken. He got a no rep there, didn't even face him. And that's one thing that a lot of athletes do. They'll get a no rep and they'll stop. He just kept on going. He understood. Judge said, hey, you got that no rep. And Matt's like, I got it, no problem.
Here's what Matt Fraser has done so far. He wins the 7K trail run, then he gets 3 second places and then 1/6. You can't have a better start than that, really. This is a 5-day competition, but Matt Fraser's going to try to wrap this thing up by Saturday. These are your top 3. Matt Fraser on the left is in first. Alex Anderson sits in third place. He's in the middle, and then Josh Bridges currently in second. He is on the right. Final heat of double DT. Matt Fraser on the left of your screen is your overall leader coming into this event, and he leads past the halfway point. 270 total reps in this event. Fraser has completed 146. Scott Panchik, meanwhile, on the bottom left of your screen, has moved himself into a fight for third place with Josh Bridges.
Yeah, you just can't count Scott Panchik out. He's always going to be in the mix. Always going to be fighting, always going to be scrapping. I mean, he's got to be the most consistent CrossFitter out there.
Plenty of cameras covering the 2016 Reebok CrossFit Games. There were days when there were about 3 or 4 on the floor. We got a lot more than that here tonight. Josh Bridges is now in second place, but Alex Anderson and Scott Panchik trying to pass him up. And Matt Fraser, meanwhile, rolling his bar to the number 7 mat, and he is on round at number 7 here, looking to smash Samuel Kwant's time of 11 minutes, 37.20 seconds. And Scott Panchik still fighting with Josh Bridges for second place.
Look at that bounce. That right there is what I was talking about. So fast, and he saves his back. Just really lets that bar bounce right back up to his shoulders every single rep, and it's really saving him and making up a lot of time, a lot of reps on everybody else.
Panchik coming in 7th place overall. Again, since this guy came onto the scene with his first games in 2012, he has never finished lower than 6th overall. But it's Matt Fraser who continues to just attack this event. Scott Panchik in second. He and Bridges trading that spot. Alex Anderson on the right of your screen in the army green shirt is trying to hold out Patrick Velder. In the overall standings, these are your top 2 athletes. Matt Fraser on top of the overall leaderboard, 492 points. Alex Anderson has a lot of ground to make up to catch Fraser. He's 104 points back, and he cannot make up that many points in one event. Only 100 points available here to the winner of double DT, and now Matt Fraser moving on to round number 8.
What an amazing start to the games here for Alex Anderson. Just so impressive.
He was impressive as a rookie last year. He finished 13th overall. And Josh Bridges, a guy who loves competing here at the tennis stadium, the StubHub. The majority of his event wins have come right here on this floor throughout his games career. Now Scott Panchik is creeping up on Matt Fraser, who's through 197 reps and counting. The good news for Panchik, other than Matt Fraser, the guys who are ahead of him on the leaderboard are currently in his rearview mirror in this event. He's looking to move himself into contention for a spot on the podium here heading into the weekend.
Watch the speed difference between the hang power cleans once Scott gets him. You can see the tempo that Matt has. Almost 1 rep every second or so. Once Scott picks up that bar, it's almost double time.
Time to beat is very much in danger right now. It currently belongs to Samuel Kwant with 11 minutes, 37.20 seconds.
There we go. That's what I was hoping for you guys to see.
There's no rep for Scott Panchik. They have to stand all the way up with that barbell in the front rack position. Now Patrick Velder out of Canada has quietly moved himself into 3rd place, and now he and Josh Bridges battling for the top 3 spots. Patrick Velder is a guy who competed at the regionals for pretty much the entire competition with a torn biceps. Still managed to finish 3rd in the East Regional. That man was 1st. Matt Fraser trying to close out round number 9. Scott Panchik is to the right of Matt Fraser, and Panchik continues to look to his left to see where Fraser is, and Panchik is able to get within a handful of reps, but not able to pull even with Matt Fraser, who continues to stay ahead of Scott Pancic. Past the 10-minute mark. Time to beat. Upper left-hand part of your screen belongs to Samuel Point. Matt Fraser has yet to finish lower than 6th in any event here at the CrossFit Games. It doesn't look like that's going to change here in Double DT as we close out the third day of competition of the 2016 Reebok CrossFit Games. And Matt Fraser moves up to round 10, and listen to this crowd. Matt Fraser looking to win another event here in 2016. About 40 seconds to go. Meanwhile, Scott Pancic is in the dark blue shirt. Has moved up to round number 10, but he's 11 reps behind Matt Fraser, who has 9 hang power cleans and then 6 shoulder to overhead.
He just does not want to let go of that bar.
Matt Fraser shaking out his grip. We got 20 seconds to go before we hit Samuel Point's time to beat. Bottom line is, Matt Fraser is going to be your overall leader heading into the weekend. Now the question is, by how much? Samuel Point may hang on for the event win here. But the bottom line is, Matt Fraser at the 2016 Reebok CrossFit Games is an unstoppable force.
Man.